Hello and welcome to the Nashville Finals Box South demonstration here on the Memphis Virtual Art Tech YouTube channel. I'm Henry Greer, the ZME TA. Today you'll be watching me run a Nashville South Finals Box in visual conditions as the controller with our trainer, one of our trainers, Henry R.A., running the pilot voices. What this is just going to be is a way for you to observe a successful finals box. But again, this is not going to be all encompassing. There will be mistakes in here. But this is just something to base your controlling off of in the future as you go through your S3 training. I'll be pausing the video a couple times throughout to explain a couple key concepts and a couple key instructions that I give certain planes. But throughout the whole video, you as a student, I would like you to watch for a couple things. Number one, watch for my vectoring patterns. I will explain them in more detail as we get further into the video. Look out for how I utilize speed control. Watch how I use altitude separation in lieu of lateral separation, and also how I use altitude separation to keep my bases and downwind separated at all times, and how that may not always be consistent. I may not always be on the same altitude downwind to downwind, but I'm always keeping that separation. So that's something I'd like you to watch for. And I'd also like you to watch for the different ways in which I clear airplanes for a visual approach, the different ways in which I get planes pointed towards the airport. Sometimes it'll be the localizer, sometimes it'll be off the base, sometimes it'll be off more of an intermediate turn. But that's something I'd like you to watch for. Again, this is just supposed to be one example, one demonstration. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me or any other training staff or S3 or C1 ZME member know. I'm sure they'll be happy to answer your questions. But again, this should be a fun experience. This should be a learning experience. And have fun. Happy controlling.
Nashville approach Delta 319 5.3.
Delta 319 Nashville approach, hello.
Nashville approach fly high 26,000.
Fly high 2 Nashville approach, hello. Fly high 2 descend and maintain 4,000.
Fly 2 descend and maintain 4,000.
Delta 319 descend and maintain 3,000.
Maintain 3,000. Delta 319.
Fly high 2 maintain 210 knots or less.
Fly 2 speed 210 or less.
Delta 319 fly present heading to vector to final.
Fly present heading Delta 319.
Delta 319, descend and maintain 2,500.
But I maintain 2,500, Delta 319.
Delta 319, turn 10 degrees left.
Turn 10 degrees left, Delta 319.
Fly high 2, turn left heading 200. Actually, just turn left heading 230, intercept runway 20 left, localize.
Sliding 230 to join 20 left, fly high 2.
Delta 319, the airport, about 2 o'clock, 7 miles, report and say.
We have the field in sight, Delta 319.
Delta 319, cleared visual approach, runway 20 right, contact Nashville Tower 118.6.
The visual approach 20 right, over the tower, Delta 319.
Fly 2 on the rollout, the field 12 o'clock, 10 miles, report and say.
Fly high 2, we have the field.
Fly high 2, cleared visual approach, runway 20 left, contact Nashville Tower 118.6.
Visual approach 20 left, over the tower, 186, fly 2. Nashville approach, Brickyard 5776, 6000.
Brickyard 5776, Nashville approach, hello.
Nashville approach, Southwest 9457, 5.5.
Southwest 9457, Nashville approach, hello.
Nashville approach, American 1982, 5.5.
American 1982, Nashville approach, hello.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so at this point, when I have these two planes, if we look here at American 1982, Southwest 9457, my first thought is, who's first? Okay, if we look, we've got Southwest 9457 at 5,000, American 1982 is 4,800. We know American 1982 is going to be dropping to 4, Southwest 9457 is staying at 5. Who's first? Look at these planes' trajectories and where they're going. 9457 is going to remain on the downwind, right? American 1982 is going to come in and make a left turn, right? And fly there. Remember, if I want American 1982 to go first, I probably want him lower, right? He's already going to be lower because he's going to be at 4. Southwest 9457, on the other hand, has to stay higher because he's at 5,000. In this case, I actually want 9457 to come in first, right? We're running visual approaches. He can come in, make a right turn in, and fly in here. That means he needs to descend. My first thought here, descend him below where American 1982 is going. Where is he going? 4,000. So what do I descend Southwest 9457 to? 3,000. So he's going to get a 3,000 descent so that Southwest 9457 can cut in front of American 1982 and kind of make that visual approach first.
Brickyard 5776, descend and maintain 4,000.
5776, descend and maintain 4,000.
Southwest 9457, descend and maintain 3,000.
9457, descend and maintain 3,000.
American 1982, maintain 180 knots.
1982, speed 180.
Brickyard 5776, maintain 210 knots or less.
Speed 210 less, 5776.
Southwest 9457, turn right heading 110, vector to final.
457 flying 110.
Brickyard 5776, maintain 180 knots.
Speed 180, because it's 1076.
Brickyard 5776, left 230, intercept the 20 left localized.
Okay, flying 230, join final 20 left, it's 1076.
All right, now we're in this situation. Remember, Southwest 9457 is first on runway 20 right. Obviously, we only have one plane other than fly high 2 on runway 20 left. So Brickyard 5776 is next for 20 left. The question is, who is first between Brickyard 5776 and Southwest 9457? Remember, between parallel runways, we run simultaneous dependent approaches. So we need 1.5 miles of separation between the runways, right? So this is something that we always have to remember. We can't forget about that as we're running these simultaneous approaches. So how do we make sure we have that space between these two aircraft? So Brickyard 5776 and 9457. Well, Brickyard 5776 is being turned onto his visual approach now. He's being turned onto the final approach course. He will turn on his own. Southwest 9457, on the other hand, has been given a 110 heading at this point. Okay? That's not going to cut it here because Southwest 9457 needs to fly miles to get to the final approach course, while Brickyard 5776 is already there. In the time that Brickyard 5776 is flying towards the airport, Southwest 9457 is going to be flying this way, perpendicular to the airport. That's going to cut miles between Brickyard 5776 and 9457. We want as many miles as possible. So we want 9457 first. How do we make sure that happens? We can give Southwest 9457 a more intermediate base turn after the base, closer to the final approach course. He doesn't need 110 the whole way. He has it right now, but we can change that, right? This can become a heading like 130. Remember, we're running visual approaches. He can get close to the field. A 130 heading cuts his flying miles that are perpendicular to the airport and increases the flying miles that are spent towards the airport. Because 5776 is towards the airport. If we point 9457 more towards the airport, you're going to be able to create more space between the two planes. Remember, creating space is often done through cutting or increasing flying miles. In this case, we are cutting flying miles for Southwest 9457. If we had kept them on a 110 base turn, we'd be increasing them. So in this case, we can create space that is 1.5 miles or more.
American 1982, turn left heading 110, vector to final.
Flighting 110, American 1982.
Southwest 9457, fly heading 130.
Flighting 130, Southwest 9457. Nashville approach, Southwest 654, 5000.
Southwest 654, Nashville approach, hello. Southwest 9457 on the rollout, the field 2 o'clock, 7 miles, report in sight.
Southwest 9457, we have the field in sight.
Southwest 9457, roger, cleared visual approach, runway 20 right.
Visual 20 at 9457.
Southwest 9457, just disregard that. You're good. Brickyard 5776, maintain 170 knots.
Maintain 170 knots, 5776. Nashville approach, Delta 454,000.
Delta 450, Nashville approach, hello.
Nashville approach, Moxie 425,000.
Moxie 420, Nashville approach, hello. American 1982, turn right heading 170, intercept runway 20 right, localize, report field in sight.
9170 will call the field, 1982.
Southwest 9457, contact Nashville Tower 186, goodbye.
Over to Tower 9457.
Brickyard 5776, contact Nashville Tower 18.6, goodbye.
776, yeah.
Skywest 3716, descend and maintain 4000.
Maintain 4000, 3716.
Delta 450, turn left heading 110, descend and maintain 3000.
Heading 110, descend and maintain 3000, Delta 450.
All right, we're in this situation. Which two planes should we be looking at and thinking about? Southwest 654 and Blue Streak 5074. Why? Well, Southwest 654 has been given a turn onto the localizer, right? He's going to be doing that. And Blue Streak 5074, well, he's on a 270 heading off the Paisley arrival, and he's just flying in his way. Also, if you notice, Blue Streak 5074 is at 230 over the ground, while 654 is at 190 over the ground. Blue Streak 5074 should also be slowed. But how do we make sure that Blue Streak 5074 doesn't cut off Southwest 654 in his route to the runway? Well, what we do is we increase Blue Streak 5074's flying miles. How do we do that? In this case, we point him right to where Southwest 654 is right now. That's going to be something like a 300 heading. If we do that, Southwest 654 will continue to fly this way, while Blue Streak 5074 flies kind of the opposite direction. While 654 is going in the right direction, aka towards the airport, Blue Streak 5074 is flying slightly away from the airport, but not making any progress towards the field. And that way, we increase the flying miles. Which gives us more separation on arrival.
Skywest 3716, maintain 210 knots.
3716, speed 210.
Skywest 3716, fly heading 290.
Flying 290, Skywest 3716.
Southwest 654, maintain 180 knots.
654, speed 180.
American 1982, descend and maintain 3000.
Maintain 2000, 1982.
3000.
3000.
Moxie 420, descend and maintain, maintain 180 knots, then descend and maintain 4000.
420, speed 180, then down to 4000.
Skywest 3716, maintain 180 knots.
3716, speed 180.
Delta 450, maintain 180 knots. American
450, speed 180.
American 1982, field 12 o'clock, 8 miles, port and say.
Now we have the field, 1982.
Skywest 3716, turn left heading 220.
Sliding 220, Skywest 3716.
American 1982, clear visual approach, runway 20 right.
Clear visual 20, 1982.
Skywest 3716, intercept runway 20 left, localized.
Going final 20 left, 3716.
Delta 450, turn right, heading 170, intercept runway 20 right, localizer.
170, join final 20 right, Delta 450.
Southwest 654, descend and maintain 4000.
654, descend and maintain 4000.
Moxie 420, descend and maintain 3000.
Yeah. Down to 3 Moxie 420.
American 1982, contact Nashville Tower 118.6.
1982, 18.6.
Delta 450 on the rollout, field 12 o'clock, 8 miles, port and say.
450, we have the field.
Skywest 3716, field 12 o'clock, 10 miles, port and say.
We have the field, Skywest 3716.
Southwest 654, turn left heading 290, vector to final.
Sliding 290, vector final, Skywest 3716.
Delta 450, clear visual approach, runway 20 right, maintain 180 knots, lay 5 mile final.
Delta 450, speed 180 till 5 mile final, clear visual.
Moxie 420, turn right heading 110, vector to final.
110, vector final, Mox 420.
Skywest 3716, clear visual approach, runway 20 left, maintain 180 knots, lay 5 mile final.
Clear visual 20 left, 180 till 5.
Blue Streak 5074, you here?
Blue Streak 5074, 6000.
Blue Streak 5074, maintain 210 knots.
5074, 210.
Legion 4888, descend and maintain 4000.
4888, descend and maintain 4000.
Delta 450, contact Nashville Tower 18.6, goodbye.
450, see ya.
Skywest 3716, contact Nashville Tower 18.6, goodbye.
Yeah. Nashville approach JetBlue 69, 5000.
JetBlue 69, Nashville approach, hello, maintain 180 knots.
Speed 180.
Southwest 654, turn left heading 230, intercept runway 20 left, localizer.
230, join final 20 left 654.
Moxie 420, turn right heading 170, intercept runway 20 right, localizer, report field and sight.
Join final 20 right, we'll call the field, Mox 420.
Blue Streak 5074, turn right heading 300, descend and maintain 5000.
Sliding 300, descend and maintain 5000, Blue 5074.
United 1927, turn left heading 110, vector to final.
Sliding 110, vector final 1927.
And United 1927, descend and maintain 3000.
Descend and maintain 3000, 1927.
Moxie 420, field about 1 o'clock, about 10 miles per hour.
We have the field, Mox 420.
Moxie 420, clear visual approach, runway 20 right, maintain 180 knots till 5 mile final.
Clear visual, 180 knots.
All right, what's wrong with this picture? That's what's wrong with this picture. United 1927 has not been and will not be given another turn until his turn onto the final approach course. This is a mistake. Why? Well, Southwest 654 is at 4,000 and he's been cleared for the visual approach, which means he can descend, right? United 1927 has been given a descent to 3,000. Between 4,000 and 0 feet is 3,000. So he's going to be descending through United 1927's path. And if you look at where these dudes are heading, one's there, one's there. They're going to meet at around the same time. This is a big no-no. United 1927 is also going to be somewhat in conflict with Moxie 420, as A, they're at the same altitude. United 1927 is slightly faster, which is not good here. And also, they're at this moment only about 3 miles separated, and that will decrease slightly, even though it will once again increase as 1927 makes his turn onto the final approach course. But what should have been done here is United 1927 should have been given more of a turn this way earlier. That doesn't mean he necessarily should have been given a full downwind turn. That's one possible outcome, but it also increases your chance of, expanding your finals further than you'd want it to. But you will see a conflict for about a couple seconds. This is a big no-no. Like I said, we all make mistakes. But in this case, United 1927 should have been turned to the north a bit earlier, instead of being forced in between Moxie 420 and Southwest 654, because this here is only around 2.5 miles. Really not enough for United 1927 to fit in between. Instead, United 1927 would probably end up behind Blue Sheik 5074, 1.5 miles behind. Again, there are ways to fix this at this point, but try to not get yourself in one of these situations.
United 1927, maintain 170 knots.
Speed 170, 1927.
Southwest 654, you have the field in sight.
Other 654, yeah, we do have the field in sight.
South 654, clear visual approach, runway 20 left, maintain 180 knots, 5 mile final.
Speed 180, top 5, clear visual 20 left, south of 654.
Blue Streak 5074, maintain 170 knots.
5074, speed 170.
Blue Streak 5074, turn left heading 230.
Join, flighting 230.
Legion 4888, maintain 180 knots.
It is speed 180.
Blue Streak 5074 on that 230 heading, intercept runway 20 left, localizer.
Join final 20 left, 5074.
Blue Streak 5074, descend and maintain 4000.
Down to 4, 5074.
Yeah, 1927, turn right heading 170.
Flighting 170, 1927.
Legion 4888, turn left heading 290.
4888, fighting 290. Nashville approach, bearing 3170,000.
Bearings 3170, Nashville approach, maintain 180 knots.
Speed 180, 3170. Nashville approach, southwest 1786, 18.
So 1786, Nashville approach, hello, maintain 180 knots.
Speed 180.
JetBlue 69, descend and maintain 3000.
Down to 3000, JetBlue 69.
United 1927, field 1 o'clock, 8 miles, report in sight.
1927, we have the field.
United 1927, clear visual approach, runway 20.
Visual approach 20 right.
Allegiant 4888, turn left heading 230, intercept runway 20 left, localize.
230 to join 20 left 4888.
JetBlue 69, turn right heading 130.
JetBlue 69 fighting 130.
Southwest 240 here.
That was 246,000.
Southwest 240, maintain 210 knots.
Speed 210.
Springs 3170, descend and maintain 4000.
3170 down to 4,000.
JetBlue 69, fly heading 110, well, correction 110.
Fighting 110, JetBlue 69.
Fly high 69, maintain 180 knots.
2185 69.
Southwest 240, fly heading 290.
Fighting 290, Southwest 240.
Southwest 240, descend and maintain 5000.
Down to 5,000, Southwest 240.
Southwest 240, maintain 180 knots.
Speed 180, Southwest 240.
Moxie 420, contact tower 18.6, goodbye.
Yeah.
Southwest 654, contact tower 18.6, goodbye.
Yeah. Glacier 5074, we have the field.
Bushy 5074, clear visual approach 20 left.
Visual 20 left 5074.
United 1927, contact tower 18.6, goodbye.
186, 1927.
One of the most interesting planes in this scenario is Southwest 1786. Why? JetBlue 69 has to go first. There is no way that Southwest 1786, who is this far from the final approach course, is going to beat out JetBlue 69, who's this far. They're going the same speed. There's really nothing you can do except put Southwest 1786 behind JetBlue 69. Okay, how do we do that? Like we talked about earlier, our first step is to increase flying miles for Southwest 1786. In a couple ticks, JetBlue 69 will be given a turn onto the localizer. It looks something like that. Southwest 1786 now needs to be given a turn here, pointed right at JetBlue 69. But you'll notice that's not going to be quite enough. And why is that? That's because I'm watching Southwest 240. Southwest 240 is after Allegiant 4888 for runway 20 left. But that also means that Southwest 240 is after JetBlue 69 for both runways, right? We need 1.5 between each runway. So Southwest 240 comes after JetBlue 69 for both runways. So that means we need Southwest 1786 on even more of a downwind-like turn. He needs to increase his flying miles even more. He needs to be turned even further away from the field. So instead of this orange turn that I drew out, we're going to be giving more of a pink turn. Like that. So while Southwest 240 makes his way to the airport and JetBlue 69 makes his way to the airport, Southwest 1786 is not making his way to the airport. He is not gaining on either of those two planes, so that once we get to the point where we can turn Southwest 1786 on more of a proper base turn, Southwest 240 and JetBlue 69 are already out of the way, and I have at least 1.5 miles between Southwest 1786 and Southwest 240. Just watch as it plays out.
Southwest 1786, flighting 110, vector to final.
1786 fighting 110.
Actually, Southwest 1786, turn left heading 060.
Fighting 060, Southwest 1786.
Blue Sheik 5074, contact tower.
74, 186.
JetBlue 69, turn right heading 170.
170, JetBlue 69.
JetBlue 69, that 170 heading, and intercept runway 20 right, localizer, report field in sight.
Intercept the localizer and we'll call the field JetBlue 69.
Legion 4888, field 12 o'clock, 10 miles, report in sight.
Legion 4888, we have the field.
Legion 4888, cleared visual approach, runway 20 left, maintain 180 knots, still 5 mile 5.
180 to 5 and
Southwest 240, turn left heading 230, intercept runway 20 left, localize.
join final 20 left for Southwest 240.
Southwest 1786, fighting 020.
86 fighting 020.
Southwest 1786 is set to maintain 3000.
Down to 3, Southwest 1786.
Spearings 3170, turn left heading 290.
Fighting 290, 3170.
Legion 4888, contact Nashville tower 18.6, goodbye.
Over the tower.
Southwest 1786, turn right heading 110, vector to 5.
Sliding 110, Southwest 1786.
Fly 69, descend and maintain 4000.
Fly 69, descend and maintain 4000.
JetBlue 69, you have the field in sight.
JetBlue 69, yeah, we do have the field in sight.
JetBlue 69, clear visual approach, runway 20 right, maintain 180 knots, say 5 mile final.
Clear visual 20 right, 180.
Southwest 240, descend and maintain 3000, you have the field in sight.
Descend and maintain 3000, no, but we have the Allegiant Airbus in front of us in sight.
Alright, Southwest 240, maintain, correction, clear visual approach, runway 20 left.
Clear visual 20 left, Southwest 240.
Southwest 1786, turn right heading 170, vector to, right, correction, intercept runway 20 right, localize.
170, join final 20 left, 20 right.
JetBlue 69, contact Nashville Tower 18.6, goodbye.
18.6, yeah.
Southwest 240, maintain 180 knots, say 5 mile final, contact Nashville Tower 18.6, goodbye.
Speed 180 till 518.6, so that's 240.
Spearings 3170, turn left heading 230, intercept runway 20 left, localize.
Sliding 230, join final 20 left, Spearings 3170.
Southwest 3518, descend and maintain 4000.
On 4000, Southwest 3518.
Fly 69, descend and maintain 3000, turn right heading to, correction, 110, vector to 5.
Sliding 110, descend and maintain 3000, fly 69.
Number 4660, Tango, maintain 180 knots.
60 Tango, speed 180.
Envoy 3797, maintain 180 knots.
Speed 180, envoy 3797.
Southwest 1786 on the rollout, the airport 12 o'clock, 11 miles, report and set.
We have the field, Southwest 1786.
Southwest 1786, roger, maintain 180 knots, say 5 mile final, contact Nashville Tower 18.6, goodbye.
Speed 180, contact Nashville Tower, Southwest 1786.
Spearings 3170, field 12 o'clock, 13 miles, report and set.
Spearings 3170, we have the field.
Spearings 3170, roger, clear visual approach, runway 20 left, and maintain 180 knots, say 5 mile final.
Speed 180, clear visual approach 20 left, Spearings 3170.
Southwest 3518, maintain 180 knots.
3518, speed 180.
Fly high 69, turn right heading 170, intercept runway 20 right, localize, report field and set.
Okay, 170 to join final for 20 right, 569, we'll call the field.
Southwest 3518, turn left heading 290, vector to final.
Sliding 290, Southwest 3518.
4660 Tango, descend and maintain 3000.
Descend and maintain 3060 Tango.
Envoy 3797, descend and maintain 4000.
3797, descend and maintain 4000.
Spearings 3170, maintain, correction, contact Nashville Tower 118.6, goodbye.
3170 over the tower.
Southwest 3518, turn left heading 260.
3518, flying 260.
Envoy 30, disregard. For 4660 Tango to rating 110.
Sliding 11060 Tango.
All right, now this next thing I'll show is more for demonstrative purposes than anything, but I think it's important to show anyway. If we look at 4660 Tango and Southwest 3518, I said to myself as a controller, you know what? I want to shoot this gap. The gap between Southwest 3518 and Fly High 69. Right there, I've got, let's see, just about 4 or 5 miles to work with. Again, we need 1.5 between Southwest 3518 and number 4660 Tango. I said to myself, you know what? I want to put number 4660 Tango after Fly High 69. So that means Southwest 3518 comes after number 4660 Tango. So how do we make that happen? It's going to be tough. We need to shoot that 4 to 5 mile gap. We always talk about flying miles. It's the same thing here. Giving a normal base turn would work totally fine right now if Southwest 3518 did not exist. But guess what? Southwest 3518 does exist. So if we want to shoot that gap, we got to give a steeper turn. We got to give him a more aggressive turn that points him towards the airport now and cuts his flying miles while Southwest 3518 also is pointed towards the airport. If we give a turn that points a bit more in that direction, we are able to have Southwest 3518 remain behind November 4660 Tango, while November 4660 Tango flies towards the airport. Remember, we have to keep in mind our interactions with Fly High 69. That's why we need to watch speeds. And that's also why we need to make sure Southwest 3518 remains at 4,000 or 4660 Tango remains at 3,000 or below. Because if something doesn't work out, November 4660 Tango can always just come back around and try again. Right? That's called keeping positive control in cases where lateral separation could be lost. But if we maintain altitude separation, we never have an actual loss of separation.
For 4660 Tango, turn right heading 1. Let's go 130.
Flying 13060 Tango.
Southwest 3518, fly heading 230, intercept runway 20 left, localize, report field in sight.
We'll call the field in 230 to join Southwest 3518.
Fly high 69, you have field in sight.
Yep, Fly High 69, we have the field.
Fly 69, roger, clear visual approach, runway 20 right.
Clear visual 20 right, Fly 69.
Or 4660, Tango, fly heading 160.
60 Tango, flying 160.
Southwest 3518, maintain 170 knots.
3518, speed 170.
Or 4660, Tango, maintain 190 knots.
60 Tango, speed 190.
Or 4660, Tango, fly heading 180.
60 Tango, flying 180.
Or 4660, Tango, the field 1 o'clock, about 10 miles, reported in sight.
60 Tango, we have the field.
Roger. Envoy 3797, turn left, heading 290, maintain 170 knots.
Speed 170, flying 290, Envoy 3797.
Or 4660, Tango, descend and maintain 2000.
Set to maintain 2000, 60 Tango.
Fly high 69, contact the tower 118.6, goodbye.
Fly 69, we'll see ya.
Southwest 3518, have I cleared you for the approach?
Negative, but we do have the field in sight, Southwest 3518.
South 3518, clear visual approach, runway 20 left, maintain 180, correction, maintain 1, do not exceed, Clear visual approach, runway 20 left, maintain 170 knots till a 5 mile final.
Clear visual 20 left and 170 till 5, Southwest 3518.
Number 4660 Tango, you still have the field, correct?
That is correct, 60 Tango.
Or 4660 Tango, clear visual approach, runway 20 right, maintain 180 knots till a 5 mile final.
Clear visual 20 right, 180 till 60 Tango.
Envoy 3797, turn left, heading 230, intercept runway 20 left, localize, report field in sight.
Flying 230, and we'll join the localizer, we'll call the field.
Or 4660 Tango, contact Nashville Tower 18.6, goodbye.
60 Tango, 18.6. No, not yet.
Southwest 3518, contact Nashville Tower 18.6.
3518, 18.6. Envoy 3797, we have the field.
Envoy 3797, roger, cleared visual approach, runway 20 left.
Clear visual 20 left, Envoy 3797.
Envoy 3797, contact Nashville Tower 118.6, goodbye.
18.6, Envoy 3797, see ya.